Welcome back. I'm Stephanie Ruhle. We're not just talking about the presidential election. We've got to talk about the race for the Senate. Democrats needed 4 seats in order to take control. Joining us now, the projected winner for the Senate in Colorado, former Governor John Hickenlooper. Governor, soon to be Senator. First, your reaction to your projected win this morning.
Well, you know, after a long, hard campaign, there is no sweeter taste than victory. And I had a great staff, and we were up pretty late last night. But I was hoping that we would sweep to victory with a number of Senate wins, and we're still cautiously optimistic. But it's not the level of excitement I was hoping to wake up to.
Yeah, the sweet taste of victory could change pretty quickly when, in fact, you're faced with a bitter pill of the Senate being controlled again by Mitch McConnell. If that is what you're walking into, how are you going to get anything done?
Well, again, we've got to find some way to align our self-interests. COVID-19 is a unique opportunity because people in his state of Kentucky are dealing with many of the same issues that people in Colorado are dealing with. We need to get a relief bill through as quickly as possible and recognize that maybe we're going to have to compromise. What a concept. But we need some sort of relief, or we're going to push this country on the brink of an extended recession. And I don't think Mitch McConnell wants that to happen.
But do you think that's really going to happen? Look at what we've seen in terms of voter turnout, right? And again, all the votes haven't been counted, but people voted based on how they have been economically impacted. And while we know huge swaths of this country are in serious economic pain, there's other portions of the country that aren't. People who can work from home, people who are invested in the stock market, people who can buy houses at 0% interest rates. They made it clear they're doing economically fine, and they voted for President Trump, who has said we're in a super V recovery. Given that that's what we've learned in the last 24 hours, is there a way you can really help the country pull together? We're showing that we're still really divided.
Right. And you're right that an awful lot of Americans are more concerned about me than about we. But what has always made this country come through difficult challenges is that sense of we, that united we stand. I think we are at that point where if the more narrowly focused self-interest of people just saying, what about me? I'm doing well. I don't want to help all these other people that are struggling. When they begin to recognize that long term, that's going to hurt their prospects as well, and that their career or their business will struggle down the road. I think that's a pretty compelling argument to make. And there are other arguments as well, that their willingness to help their neighbors and to help other states rise up and challenge this COVID-19 virus, those as well are going to long-term help them and their business be more successful.
Sure. Theoretically, John, hypothetically, short-termism could be all of our demise from a political perspective, from a business perspective. But what we have just seen in the last 24 hours, the way people have voted, doesn't that make you believe that the way we should behave, what we should put forward, and what this country does represent might not be the case anymore? We are voting for ourselves.
Well, certainly there was a level of fear and anxiety that does always push people into that sense of, I want to protect my family, my closest community. But again, somehow we've got to get past that, because this is one of the worst challenges that we faced in my lifetime. I mean, this is a global pandemic that we're not going to just kind of walk away from. And somehow, and I guess I want to get to Washington and sit down and actually hear all the different arguments of why we shouldn't be taking a stronger relief effort. What are those arguments? And I want to hear them clearly. I've never persuaded anybody to change their mind about something that was important by telling them why they're wrong and why I'm right. I've got to figure out a way to hear exactly where they're coming from. I mean, one thing we clearly came away from last night is that this country is still deeply divided. And these issues, these are things we can negotiate, we can discuss, right? Do we need a larger government or a smaller government? That's a fair discussion point. We can look at each one of those divides and address it and look at it and see, where's the bridge? How do we get past this? But there's got to be a way past, or we're just going to have a hard time. Our days as a leader in the world, as a superpower, are going to slip away from us if we can't get past these divisions.
Well, sir, you certainly have your work cut out for you. Congratulations again, and good luck to you.
No, thank you. I'm looking forward to it. I want to be that voice of small business. I'm really looking forward to it.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.